by Margaret Mullins. Last Wednesday morning, the President of the United States announced a ban on transgender people serving in the armed services. This announcement, coordinated with the rest of the government, and made in the midst of an ongoing transgender accessions policy review by senior military leaders at the Pentagon, was a violation of the President's duty to faithfully uphold the principles of the Constitution. President Donald Trump made several claims in his announcement of this discriminatory ban. He asserted that the cost of transgender service members is too high for the military to bear. However, a 2016 Rand Corporation study showed that the cost of extending healthcare coverage for active duty members to include transition-related treatment would be between $2.40 and $8.4 million per year. This would be between a 0.04 and 0.13% increase in only healthcare expenditures. The annual budget for the Department of Defense is over $500 billion and growing. Trump and later White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders claimed that transgender service members were disruptive and hurt unit cohesion. Transgender people should be banned from service. Editorial. The same Rand study mentioned above also notes that there are 18 militaries around the world that allow transgender men and women to serve openly, such as Germany, the United Kingdom, Australia, and Israel. Not one has reported any effect on operational readiness or effectiveness as a result of the policy. It is also worth noting that the White House made this argument, one touting unit cohesion and readiness as the primary concern, 69 years to the day after President Harry S. Truman desegregated the military, at a time when the same arguments were made to keep black soldiers separate and subordinated to white soldiers. Until 2011, when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, the same arguments were used to prevent gay service members from serving openly in the military. Until 2015, the same arguments were made to keep women out of combat-designated units. Every time these arguments have been made, they have been wrong. The U.S. military has not collapsed because it has become more inclusive, it has only gotten stronger. Trump should have more faith in the men and women in uniform who voluntarily chose to take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. The military is a body of professionals who care about the dedication to the mission of the person next to them, not their gender identity or sexual orientation. As Commander-in-Chief, Trump should know that our armed services are stronger when they represent the nation they serve, and that, most importantly, every person who is willing to take an oath to serve the nation must be given the opportunity to do so. There are thousands of transgender people serving in the military. This ban would needlessly disrupt the mission of the force, where trans service members fill critical national security roles. It has already resulted in widespread uncertainty where honorably serving military members are unsure of their future in their profession. The number of trans service members, however, is not material, as the argument for their inclusion holds regardless of numerical representation. The primary concern is that we are a nation founded on principles of freedom and liberty, with a dedication to the belief that all people are created equal. The forces that defend this founding principle shall not be governed by any other code. Trump likes to convey himself as an advocate for the U.S. Armed Forces. He likes to say they are the best in the world, and he's right. But in order to truly be a commander-in-chief that accepts his role with pride and dignity worthy of the men and women he commands, he must withdraw this policy and lead with the values imbued in the office he holds. Margaret Mullins was born and raised in Atlanta. She is currently a public policy graduate student at Princeton University. She graduated from Georgetown University in 2010. Margaret spent 5 years as an intelligence officer in the U.S. Army and deployed to Afghanistan. She is a member of Truman National Security Project's Defense Council. Views expressed are her own. Bookmark NJ.com opinion. Follow on Twitter at NJ_opinion and find NJ.com opinion on Facebook.